Do you like Magic the Gathering? Do you also like Epic the Musical? Cool, me and my friend do too. So we're creating a proxy deck inspired by Epic the Musical. And let's go. Hello, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done a voiceover like this, just talking about my process and all that, so kind of wanted to jump into this one. Might be a little rusty, might be a little corny, but you know what? We're gonna deal with it. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you drawings that I've done over the past couple months actually, of a project I've been working on with a friend. We are creating a Magic the Gathering Epic the Musical inspired deck together, and I have the honor to draw some of the art for it. He is a teacher, so he also has some of his students drawing the art for it, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really happy to be part of this project with him. Admittedly, I haven't been working on it in quite a while since I've had a couple of other projects laid out and other events planned as well, but I really want to get back into it, and making this video is part of that process. I've only done 4 pieces so far. This is the first one that you're seeing on screen right now. It is the Lotus Eaters from Epic the Musical. If you guys don't know what Epic the Musical is, it is a musical created by Jorge Rivera Herrans. Sorry if I'm saying the last name wrong. And it's inspired by Greek mythology, specifically Odysseus' story, and what goes on in Homer's The Odyssey. Being inspired by his work and a whole bunch of other animators and artists who have made art for this musical that isn't officially like on a stage at the current moment, really inspired us to create this deck. We love the concept, we love mythology, and it just felt fitting, since we play Magic the Gathering together, to just create a proxy deck. So I've pretty much gone through this whole piece already, but I really wanted to focus on the lotus eaters and what really happens when you eat the lotus fruit. I really wanted like a complementary color palette, so I chose purple and yellow, one of my favorite complementary duos ever. You will see that duo in a lot of my pieces, and I love the little guys just sleeping on the sides. They are legit my favorite, especially the one on the right side. That one's truly my favorite. So this was the final piece, and let's get into the next one. This one's for a card specifically for the lotus fruit themselves, not the lotus eaters, but I included the lotus eaters since they are associated with the fruit as well. I made sure to sketch out like really loosely what I wanted, and I've been kind of making art differently recently. Like before, I would make a sketch, line the sketch first, and then color underneath the lines, and then just make edits and paint on top of that. But recently I've been, especially for these pieces, doing a really, really rough sketch, not making sure, like, I don't care about perfection. I just do a really rough sketch of what I want and then just paint on top of it with colors. And then if I need anything more identified, then I will just add lines on top instead of doing the line work first. And I found that this process works for me a little more just because line work makes it feel too perfect. It feels like I need to make everything look perfect. Everything needs to look polished, and something about that gives me an anxiety that makes me not want to finish a piece. And I have a feeling a lot of people feel that same way about their process. I've been implementing something that a lot of artists have been saying they've been trying online, and that is to make a sketch. Doesn't matter how rough it is, just sketch the way you like to sketch, and use your sketch as the line work. I don't do that a lot for these pieces. I do it a lot for the next ones that are coming next. But I've been really finding a lot of success with that process because I've always found that I love my sketch more than the final piece, and that always seems to be a problem for me, especially while I've been making art all of these years. And now I really like the process of just cleaning up my sketch and just using that instead of like really, really clean line work. Like, I feel like sometimes clean line work is necessary, but if you're just making art and you're trying to find a certain style and you really like your sketch, you love the way it looks, go ahead, just do what you want. It's your art. So that's what I'm kind of learning. Yes, I was taught a certain way on how to make art, but I'm just trying to break out of that a little bit and find what works for me. So that is the lotus fruit final piece. And let's get into the next one. Alright, for this next one, I'm drawing Aeolus, the wind goddess. And I used a model reference for this pose, just because the pose was a little hard to figure out in my head, and it's kind of hard to get like a nice reference myself for that pose, so I just used a app that I use all the time called Magic Poser, and it's amazing. If you want to download it, it's awesome. And I am drawing Aeolus basically flying in the air, doing her wind goddess things. I feel like a card based off of a wind goddess needs to feel ethereal and kind of like fun, because she also gives me like fun, mischievous vibes, especially from the Epic the Musical adaptation of her. She feels very mischievous and playful, and seems like she spends her free time just roaming around in the sky and like flying around. So I really wanted to emphasize that playfulness in this piece. I kind of imagine her just like spinning in the sky with the clouds kind of spinning around her. So I wanted to make her pop by surrounding her with like a circle of clouds, and they're kind of like coming up around her. I really tried to make her face mischievous but having fun at the same time. Like maybe she just played a prank on someone and then just flew away. And I also really wanted to emphasize lighting in this as well. This one is more sketchier than the others, but this is what I was talking about. Like, this is not really supposed to be a really serious piece. And I'm really, really happy with how it came out. Even though it's a little sketchier than the rest, I think it's still really fun and playful. And that is the final. So this next one is Aeolus's Island in the Sky. This one was a little bit harder just because I don't really draw buildings like that, and perspective sucks. you're gonna see that my perspective in this piece is not great whatsoever. I didn't even use any reference lines. I didn't do anything to make the perspective kind of work, I guess. So that was something. I just used my little noggin to figure out what this would kind of look like. I feel like I should have like a little perspective grid, or even just like I believe this is like 2-point or 3-point perspective. I believe it's 3-point. I could be wrong, but I should have at least drawn like the points and the horizon line and stuff, just to understand how to make the perspective look a little bit better. But enough about that. Maybe I'll redo it and retry it with like better perspective. But for the most part, I really enjoy the colors in this one, especially the colors that I chose for the actual structure on the island. I really liked how nice the colors feel and how sunny it feels. Like it looks like the sun is hitting this building, this cream colored building. And I love the clouds. It just like it has so much movement, and that's also what I wanted to go for since this is Aeolus's island. I really wanted to showcase her playfulness into her setting. So I also added some birds or harpies around. I think they're harpies actually, just to add a little element to bring your eye around the piece. But yeah, this was the island in the sky. And that is the last one I have for now. These are what the proxy cards look like. I'm really happy with how they look. This looks really cool. And thank you to my friend for putting these together and sending them to me. And I'm really excited to make another video with the next 3 or 4 that I'm creating. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!